Hello, everybody, and welcome back into GFL Memorial Gardens from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. The Sault Greyhounds and the Toronto Wildhounds in Game 4 as the Sault Greyhounds look to stay alive with a victory here tonight and force a Game 5 back in Toronto, or does the series end here today? That question will be answered here tonight. Here's Allard, early chance. He's stopped by Bryson, starting in net tonight for Toronto to give Ryerson the day off. Save made, and it's sent around by Finnegan. Thrower up for Coffey on the right side. Two early chances for the Greyhounds. Offside warning against Toronto. Here's Allard with it. Allard, middle of the ice. He'll send that back for Beck. Now across to Karki. He has McConnell Barker stepping in. And that one fought off by Bryson. Down low has it again. In front of the net, he made another save. Here's Beck down low, looking for teammates. McConnell Barker, Curtis A.M. fires. That's off a wagon into the corner. Coffey to Finnegan. Back ahead to Levko Copper. Here goes Copper. Up the right side. Shoots. Scores! Levko Copper! The captain puts Toronto in front here in Game 4. A very important first goal for the Wildhounds as they look to advance to the finals. Greyhounds need to win this game to stay alive, and they're already losing. They've looked like the better team to start. They've had all the shots on net 4. That was Toronto's first shot on goal, and it finds its way in to give them the early 1-0 lead. Very important in this stretch. Face-off taken, one back, picked up by Mignosa. He'll carry in come the Greyhounds, shooting it right on. That's knocked out by Bryson. Back to the point, Virgilio fires, it's blocked. Breakaway, it's Ryan Woods. More trouble. He's stopped, it's kicked out. What a job done by Schenkel, sticking with him. That could have been real bad if he scored on that. Here it's picked up by the Hounds again. Ryan Woods is into the rush now. Here's Woods shooting it. Save made. Lash put it to the net, and Schenkel will cover. As the Wildhounds back in the shot count, 5-4 Sioux now. Hounds came that close to maybe putting the series to bed if that breakaway found a way in the net. Draw one back. Here's Carlisle. Trying to slip it underneath him, didn't really shoot it, went all the way up to the net, and Cloutier fires that, it went wide. Flash. Hounds have it, Luke Cleaver. You gotta stop these rushes. Here goes Cleaver now. Cleaver! Trying to 5-hole Schenkel, and he lost track of the puck. And lucky again for the Greyhounds, a close call as here comes Frasca. Stepping in, he'll shoot. Blocked by Nicholson. Sent back to the corner of the Toronto end. 8 to go, first period. 1-0 Wildhounds. That's dropped for Shears, turned over, Frasca firing, and a big save made by Bryson, his best tonight. Cloutier to Virgilio. Here's Carlisle, can't get the shot. Pass finds Owen Carr. Carr gets past Carlisle. Here's Owen Carr! Kicked out, and it slides wide of the net. Back to get it, Carlisle has it. He'll carry out to center. Off to McConnell, Barker on the left, whining for the shot. He got it! That's stopped by Bryson and went to the corner. Under 5 to go here in the first. Carlisle sends it across. Karki poked out by Lawson. Owen Carr's after it, and Carlisle got back to it first. Stolen back by the Hounds one more time. Allard. Here comes Allard right to the net. Shooting it. Save made by Tyler Bryson. Into the corner. Allard centers. Backhander blocked on its way. Nicholson to Renfro. 2.5 to go in a 1-0 Toronto first. They scored on their first shot of the game. The captain, Levko Copper. Here's Curtis A.F. McConnell Barker. He'll bring it down the right side, in over the Toronto line. Center to Beck, and a big save made by the blocker of Bryson. Kept in by the Greyhounds. That's turned over to Coffey. Here's a step the other way. Wildhounds in! And the save made by Schenkel. There was some contact, but it came after the save was made. 5 seconds to go in the first. 1-0 Toronto. Huge game for the Wildhounds, looking to go back to the finals the first time since 2023. Fans have been waiting quite a few years just to even get back into the playoffs. They got knocked out in round 1 2 years ago. They didn't make the playoffs last year, and now here they have made it, and they're 1 win away from going to the finals again. Shots on goal after 1 are 9-7 for the Greyhounds. It's 1-0 Toronto through 20 minutes. Answer 3-0 Toronto. Face us 4-0 Greyhounds. No power plays in that first period. Levko Copper gets the scoring started and has Toronto in front 1-0 after 1. Welcome into period 2 here tonight from GFL Memorial Gardens in Sault Ste. Marie. It's the Greyhounds And the Wild Hounds in Game 4 here tonight in this best of 5. Here comes Beck, early chance, McConnell, Barker kicked out by Bryson. Another chance, loose in the paint, that wouldn't go. McCoy off the boards, it's not out. Kurtasev put it to the net, that stopped. All over the Hounds, another shot. That one blocked, it's kept in. McConnell, Barker stole it back. Greyhounds pressing. Here's Karki across. Kurtasev moves in, he'll shoot it. Save made easily by Bryson. Coffey clears it, the thrower off the copper, not out. Beck, and finally the Hounds will try to get it out, still can't. It still doesn't get out. Hounds in trouble, picked up by the Greyhounds. Beck to the front, now stolen by Levko Copper, and he still can't get it out. McConnell, Barker to the net, stopped by Bryson. McCoy's there, up to Finnegan, and finally Toronto gets it out and down the ice. 6 gone here in the middle period. All Sault Ste. Marie right now, they know their playoff hopes are on the line here tonight. Beck taken down, power play going to Sault Ste. Marie. It has been all Greyhounds here tonight, but Toronto scoring on the first shot of the game, and momentum's still in Toronto's favor as it's all Greyhounds and nothing is found in the back of the net. Power play, a chance here, save made by Bryson. Played it down in front, and he made a save on that too. Hounds got to be careful, they got in on the hands of Praska. Another shot doesn't find its way past. Hounds trying to get it out. Virgilio fans on it. Has it Magnosa. He stopped. Another chance. That wouldn't go. And Toronto cannot get it out. And finally, there's Shears. He doesn't clear it. Carlisle to the net. That went wide. Greyhounds pressing. Back another shot. Fought off. Into the corner it goes. And that is going to be another penalty. Here's Cloutier. That's blocked by Shears. They touch it. 5-on-3 for 42 seconds for Sault Ste. Marie. Tyler Bryson has been up to the task here tonight because it's been all Greyhounds, yet Toronto has the edge. Face-off coming here to the left side of the Wild Hound goal. Face-off 6-0 for the Greyhounds in the game. Thrower cleared. Much needed face-off winning clear for the Wild Hounds, and they find a way. Here's Karki with it. Sent ahead to Beck. Beck in over the Toronto line, right to the net. He has Allard shooting it. It's blocked by Thrower. He read that well, and the Hounds send it out and down the ice. That'll do it for one of the 2 power plays. They're still on another as Karki taken down the corner. Here comes Beck, trying to get by Nicholson. Has a step. He'll shoot it. The flex wide and in behind the net. Bryson plays it down to his teammate. Nicholson couldn't get it out. Allard pinned along the boards, has it back again. Fed it down low, and there's the chance. It goes in behind the goal. They have another look. Centering it, Kurtasev kicked out. Rebound in behind the net. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Karki looks back, spins, centers, shoots, scores! It's back, and they've tied it. They finally get one to sneak past, and this game is tied. Comes right at the tail end of the 5-on-3. And this game is even at 1 apiece here in Game 4. Shots of the game are 22-7 in favor of Sault Ste. Marie. They've clearly been the better team here tonight, knowing that the playoff hopes are on the line and trying to force a Game 5 back in Toronto. Draw one, here's Kurtasev. He'll look, he'll send that ahead. McConnell, Barker steps in, looks, shoots, stopped by Bryson. Great point-blank chance. It wouldn't go. McKinley, the Renfro. He has Owen Carr up ahead. Carr knocked off the puck, or did he? No, he kept it on his stick. The shot was stopped. I think it was blocked in front and now carried out to center. Allard in over the Toronto line, trying to go to the net with the puck. Has it now to Beck. His shot blocked as the goal for Sault Ste. Marie here in the second. Highland Josh sends it in. Just past the red line. Here's Karki in behind the net, taken down. Power play going to the Greyhounds again. Karki to Cloutier. He'll send ahead to Praska. Here comes Praska in over the line, going to the net, and touched up by the Wild Hounds. Back to the power play. Go the Greyhounds. 1-1 late here in period 2 of Game 4. Face off here to the left side of the Toronto net. One back for the Greyhounds. Virgilio looks in, shoots, save made, rebound. It was loose in the paint and they couldn't jam it home. Finnegan chasing down the puck now for Toronto. Carlisle with it in behind his net. He was held there, and the Hounds may have got away with one. Here goes Virgilio. Might be a 2-on-1. Shears trying to defend it. The save made by Bryson. That's played to Woods. Shears clears just out. Under 4 to go, middle frame. 1-1 here in Sault Ste. Marie. Face-off coming here. Shot to the game, 25-7 in favor of the Greyhounds. Face-off 1, Hounds have controlled. Nicholson trying to find McCoy with that. Now the Hounds get it back, and Nicholson does find McCoy. McCoy steps his way in. Couldn't get a shot, though. Picked up by Virgilio. Trying to take that back was McCoy, and they do successfully get it now. Ryan McCoy trying to get that back from Frasca. It's Copper, and it comes back out. Back ahead, here comes Clouche. Steps in and shoots. That's kicked out. Thrower to Nicholson. Doesn't clear the zone. Frasca scores! A broken play in front of the Wild Hound net, and the Greyhounds pick up on it and find a way to beat Bryson for the second time in the game, and they have their first lead of the night here in the elimination game. Face off back to center. So the Wild Hounds have work to do now, trailing in this game, in a game that if they win, they advance, and they are going to take a penalty on this play. So back to the power play go the Sioux Greyhounds. On the night, 1 for 3. They've had all power plays in this game. Here's the draw. One back, Toronto with control. It's Owen Carr. Short-handed, the Hounds will look to just bring it ahead. Here comes Carr all by himself. No one's going to help him, and Kurtiseyev will send that back to McConnell Barker. Finnegan, the only one back for Toronto. McConnell Barker shoots. Stopped by Bryson. Down low out front. That's stopped. They score! Power play goal. It's McConnell Barker, and it's 3-1. Huge goal for the Greyhounds here. It's another broken play as the Hounds fail to clear it on the penalty kill. And the Greyhounds find the back of the net for the third time in the second. They have a 3-1 lead. Minute 25 to go in the period. They lost last night 2-1 in regulation time, winning 3-1 here today late in the second period of Game 4. McConnell Barker looking, centering it, and a huge save made by Bryson. You don't want it to be 4. Yeah, big save there by Tyler Bryson, just getting the blocker on it. He read that play well and keeps his team in the swing of things. Just down by 2, lucky enough for them. Pass finds Ryan Woods. You got to stop him, and they don't. Woods has a lane. He's stopped by Schenkel. Lash has it to the net. Fanned on the shot, and the period comes to an end. 3-1 Greyhounds through 40 minutes here in Game 4. Shots to goal in the game are 31-8 in favor of the Greyhounds. It's 3-1 after 2 for them. Inter 10-3 Toronto. Faceoffs 10-4 for the Greyhounds. Power plays 2 for 4. Toronto hasn't had one. 3-1 after 2. Welcome into period 3 here tonight. The Greyhounds have had all the power plays, and maybe if it were even, things would be a little bit different. But nonetheless, Toronto down by 2 to start this third period here tonight. Kurtiseyev. Hounds trying to win this game to force a Game 5 back in Toronto. Here's a pass out front that didn't work, and Thrower has it. Up for Coffey. Hounds into the rush. Here they come. Pass finds Thrower. There's the pass, and it's kicked out. Copper has it. Fed in front that rolls to Schenkel, and he will cover easily for Sault Ste. Marie. Greyhounds with a great game here today. A great response. They played a good game yesterday, too, but Lyra Ryerson lights out between the pipes again, yet again, for the Wildhounds. Here tonight, Bryson was sharp as a bell, but his team hanging him out to dry so far. Here's Kurtiseyev. Has it in his own end. Well, if you're Sault Ste. Marie, the clock is not on your side right now. You have a lead, but you got to hold that lead. Here's McConnell Barker. He's stopped by Bryson. First shot of the third, fought off by the Toronto netminder. Here goes Coffey. Up the right side, looking for reinforcements. Didn't get it. Copper, a backhand. That's stopped. It's in the blue paint. Coffey finds it. Here's Danton Coffey spinning off the forecheck. Goes to the net. Waited out front. No one there for the shot. Karki. Out to center. Hounds grab it back. It's Finnegan. Here goes Finnegan, right down the middle. Why did no one stop him? Finnegan! He stopped and it slides just wide of the net. Kept in, that's Karki with it. Karki ahead. He finds Allard, taken back by Luke Cleaver of the Wildhounds. Cleaver. Here goes Cleaver, fed it in front. They score! What a pass and what a finish. It's Ryan Woods, and he gets Toronto back within one here in Game 4. At the 8:16 mark of the third period, look at this pass and a nice finish. Yeah, Schenkel has no chance. This is going to go up and over that left leg just underneath the armhole and gets Toronto back in this game midway through the third period. Big goal for the Toronto Wildhounds as they find themselves within a goal here in this third period. Here's the face-off, one back picked up. Woods gave that away to Beck. Allard has it again. Here's Allard stepping in. He's stopped by Bryson. Cleaver to Lash. Here go the Hounds the other way. Looking for a press. They're only down by one. Lash! He's stopped by Schenkel. Trying to go over the glove just like Thrower did on the first shot of the game. And Schenkel had none of it. Yeah, he read that play like a book, knowing that they're trying to go in that same spot as the first period. Wasn't going to bite. Draw one, here's Thrower, shooting it, that's blocked on its way, and it rolls across from Thrower. Has it again. There's the shot, it's blocked off the leg, and Beck gets it out. Thrower, trying to catch up to him. He did just that, but now Beck has a lane, and he missed wide. Wide open look, couldn't shoot it though. Blocked, Woods to Lash, here go the Wildhounds again. 7.5 to go in the third period. Dropped off for Woods. He scores! Another perfect setup. Ryan Woods with a perfect drop back pass, assisted by Alex Lash, ties this game here in the third period. What a shot. Has Schenkel going one way, he goes the other with the shot, uses one of the Greyhounds as a screen. It works in his favor and ties this game here in the third period at 3 apiece. This is a big goal for the Toronto Wildhounds. A nice response. 2 goals here in the third period in a game that they didn't look like they had much traction in at all. They're now right back in the thick of it. It's anyone's game. Owen Carr sends it in. Hounds chase it around. Lawson in front. The pass came, but Carr couldn't finish on the backhand. Here's Virgilio in the corner. Renfro all over him for the puck. Couldn't get it. Clouche gets it up the right side. Here he comes in over the Toronto line. In on goal, looking from the corner. He'll send it to the front. Mignosa couldn't get it. Clouche shoots. It's blocked, and it goes into the corner. 4.5 to go, third period. Braska to Virgilio. Virgilio looking back. Hounds grab it. It's Carr. He turned it over. Mignosa, that's blocked. Nice job done by the Hounds that time. Owen Carr knocked off the puck. He'll get it back, and here they come. Carr might have Lawson. Fed it in front and just missed Riley Lawson. Penalty coming. It's going to the Wildhounds, and it's going to come late. Clouche 2-on-1 with Braska. He stopped. Came right down the slot looking to put away the game winner. But Tyler Bryson said no. 3-3 late here in Game 4 of Round 2. Winner advances to the finals. Here's the draw. Well, for the Wildhounds, it's technically Round 3. They got a free pass to Round 2. Here's McCoy, gave it away. McConnell Barker was stopped point blank. McKinley on it short-handed here. Hounds trying to get control of the puck. Beck has it. Beck to the net. Oh, they missed a wide-open net. They have it again. Here's Karki to Kurtasev. Stopped by Bryson. Wide-open net, and they were unable to put it in. Now a penalty the other way. It'll be 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 8 seconds. It'll be Beck who goes off. He missed the wide-open net, and he's frustrated about that. But he's going to sit down content here, as he knows he took him down. Face-off coming. One back. Hounds will go their first power play of the night. After this is up, here's Nicholson. No one's stopping him. He took the shot. It was handled. Here's Nicholson. Feeding it over. Thrower. Shooting it. Save made. Backhander in the paint. That was Lash. He'll send that back to Thrower. Down to 20 seconds. Back to Nicholson. Across for Coffey. Couldn't get the shot. He fell down. Schenkel plays that out to Karki. Here comes McConnell Barker in over the Toronto line. 10 seconds to go. McConnell Barker centers and a save made. And there's Lash. He'll send it out and down, and that should end the third period. It will. 3-3 after 3 here in the elimination game for the Greyhounds. We go to overtime. Shots a goal in the game, 37-18 for the Greyhounds. 3-3 after 3. The hits are 11-8 Toronto. Faceoffs 12-9 for Sault Ste. Marie. 2 for 5 on the power play. Toronto will have their first in overtime. Welcome into overtime. Still 4-on-4, but only for a matter of seconds. Here's the faceoff, one back by McCoy. Nicholson sent that ahead to Cleaver. Cleaver has McCoy to end it! And it rolled off his stick to Schenkel. He'll cover. Good job there, reading the play for Schenkel, knowing that that pass was going to come across at some point. And Ryan McCoy unable. 44 seconds left to go in the only Toronto power play of the game. It's not even a full one. They'll have to take advantage. Thrower, send it over. Copper across that just missed McCoy. Has it again here. Killing off some time, but looking for the setup. Bumping into his own man. Back to the point is Thrower. Thrower looks for a lane. Has one. Shoots it, and Schenkel has it right to the chest as they're down to 11 seconds to go in the Wild Hound power play. Looking to end this series and advance to the finals here tonight. A goal is necessary for that to happen. Here's the draw. Right side of the net, Greyhounds need a face-off win. They get it, and Hayes can't clear. Now he does get it back, and out of the box comes help. He'll center it over to Carlisle. Fed ahead to Beck to win it. Out of the box, he's knocked off the puck. McCoy sends that back. It didn't clear. Carlisle in front. Virgilio right to the chest of Bryson. Rebound in the blue paint. It's Frasca. He'll shoot it. Walker's stop made. And McCoy almost got his stick up there. Got to be careful. Carlisle fans on it. It's kept in by the Greyhounds. And now finally Toronto gets that out to center. Flash. Back down into the Greyhound zone. Around the boards it goes. That was McCoy trying to find it. Virgilio had it. That rolls back towards the goal. Carlisle being trapped by Ryan McCoy. Carlisle holding on to that puck. Just a little long, but he'll get it ahead now. Here he comes, centers for Frasca. Frasca gets by to win it. He's knocked off the puck. McCoy into the rush. Here goes Ryan McCoy, sends out a Thrower. Turned it over to Magnosa. Back ahead, in comes Frasca to the net to win it, to force the game 5. And that shot blocked by McCoy. Here's Lash, and here come the Wild Hounds. Lash looking for McCoy, the shot, and it's blocked. Greyhounds the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Here's Karki. Shoots. Saved by Bryson. Rebound loose to the paint. Centers. That's stopped by Bryson. On a wide open chance to end this one and force a game 5. It doesn't happen. Sent in and it goes behind the net. Karki with it. He'll feed it up the board side for Beck. Steps by. Here goes Beck again. Man open. Breakaway. Howard scores. We're going back to Toronto for game 5. While the Wild Hounds get caught in their own end and 2 players take one, and that leaves one open to go right down the middle on a breakaway, and he's not going to miss. Perfect finish, and the Greyhounds find a way to live another day. They blew the lead a few times in this one, but find a way to come out on top in overtime where it matters the most. 4-3 your final score. Game 5 coming up now. Winner advances to the finals. We hope to see you there.